Yo, what's up everybody? Phil James. Today is August 16th, 2017. So right now, supposedly, SpaceX is up here at a resupply mission for NASA at the ISS. That's what you're looking at, supposedly. Now, have quite a few problems with these images and these videos they feed us all the time, because they look as fake and terrible as could be, one, and two. Just look at this. Like, what the hell are we looking at? Wouldn't you think that we would, like, want to see something, possibly, like, that would prove that they're here? Not a star in sight, ever. Not any sort of, inside restock.
So the robotics officers have pushed Dragon into its installation position, very much ahead of schedule, confirming to flight that Dragon is in position, and what's called the RTLs, or ready-to-latch indicators, are all green lit. Very shortly here we should be hearing the OSO console, one of the officers here that will be driving the bolts to officially install Dragon to the International Space Station. We will read off where the International Space Station will be and the official time of installation here shortly.
I don't know why I'm subscribed to that channel. Now, they keep saying how ahead of schedule they are right now. They also keep saying, today with this. Okay, so here, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it. I'm uploading a video right now, partially showing, like, on a so-called live stream of the ISS. I just wanted to hate on it because the channel supposedly doing the live stream is looping old-ass footage, one. Two, if you actually want to see some sort of so-called live
So first stage capture is
footage,
confirmed. Again, we are waiting for
all you have to do is download the app,
16 bolts,
or whatever, on your phone, like, get the app on something.
Dragon
That's all you have to do.
That should be happening here very shortly.
But what I'm doing right now is showing what SpaceX and NASA claim is a restock mission, and so real. Now, they never show us anything at all, period, that looks relatively decent as footage, They show us this kind of bullshit angle. What the hell is that? Like, really? Show us you guys unloading this shit into the space station. Show us the outside view, like, the whole thing, It's unbelievable. So, what happened, though, was it the 14th? Yeah, so almost 2 days ago. The 14th, SpaceX launched their Falcon 9 rocket with the Dragon on it.
Flight controllers flying through the procedures today. Flight controllers now beginning the second stage capture procedures to drive those 16 bolts.
Okay, so they launched the Falcon 9 rocket 2 days ago. Has the Dragon, which you're looking at supposedly, on top of it. They launch the rocket, the Dragon breaks off, which is like the top third of the rocket, and then the back 2/3 of that rocket gets guided back down to Earth with afterburns and, slow down burns to land the rocket, the Falcon 9, vertically on a landing zone. Really? You think anybody's actually landing a rocket vertically on a landing pad? They usually do it in the ocean on a drone ship. Now, you think they're doing that a few miles south of Kennedy Space Center, like landing a rocket vertically in reverse because of a couple afterburns and a couple little moving panels at the bottom? No, hell no. They ain't doing that shit. And like SpaceX could do that, and NASA couldn't anyways, if we did live in a society where NASA was telling us the truth. NASA can't do it, but a private space agency can. NASA would much rather go with their so-called glider of a shuttle. Hell no. They would do it the most efficient ways, and they would do it to be able to reuse things so they could have their budget not being used as much. Their $53 million a day budget. Yeah, that one. So you would think, though, that if SpaceX can reuse rockets and land them vertically and then reuse the rocket over and over again and so on and so forth, NASA would do the same, or NASA would have started doing that originally and then SpaceX would have followed suit. But that's not what happens. NASA supposedly uses a shuttle and reuses it and whatnot, and it's just a mock-up glider without any engines, even though you can hear the damn thing every time. And then you have SpaceX using their little Falcon 9 unmanned rockets landing and, so on and so forth. NASA would... There's just so many ways to look at this. Of, like, the way all this shit just is ridiculous. Man, I'll tell you guys what. Wake up every morning and I just respiratory shit out the ass. Like I said, I know I smoke, I've actually slowed down compared to what I used to smoke, so that's a good sign. But it's like it's a lot more than normal. I'm being affected by something else is my point. But whatever, we ain't gonna get into that now. Nice and hazy blue sky out here today, up here in Central Ohio. See, in this, this right now is supposed to be live footage. Now, maybe they're live recording themselves practicing this or acting like they're doing it somewhere, but I don't see this as being live. They don't show you a damn thing. They would show you something if they were like the astronauts. They'd be much happier and they'd be like thrilled that they were capable of doing these things they claim they've done and so on and so forth. It'd be like, oh my God, look at what we just did, so sweet, like, and it would be talked about forever and people would love it and it would just look so much better. They wouldn't have anything to hide.
The Dragon capsule has been officially installed, berthed to the International Space Station, 8:07 a.m. Central Time, 252 statute miles over the Atlantic Ocean, just east off the coast of Puerto Rico.
Okay, so they're either going off on a different time or this is just slightly... This is being looped from earlier this morning. I'm not sure. But this all happened this morning. Or it's happening right now. One or the other. But I'm just redoing this and showing it and screen sharing it for the simple fact that they don't show you a damn thing. This is unreal to me. Like... If you get on the ISS live feed, they don't show you this. I'm on that app, yes.
So again, all 16 bolts have been driven. Second stage capture for installation berthing of the Dragon to the International Space Station is complete. That was completed at 8:07 a.m. Central Time this morning. Flawless execution by the ground controllers and flight controllers here in Mission Control Houston. Quick overview of the mission for SpaceX's commercial resupply Mission 12, launching 11:31 a.m. Central Time on Monday, August 14th, less than 2 days later, being captured by the robotic arm, Jack Fisher at the controls, next to Paolo Nespoli in the cupola this morning, 5:52 a.m. Central Time, again, August 16th, 2017. That was ahead of schedule. Now, also ahead of schedule, Dragon has been berthed to the International Space Station, 8:07 a.m. Central Time today. Great execution by the flight controllers here in Mission Control Houston, and of course, aided by the flight controllers in Hawthorne, California, and the Mission Control Center for SpaceX.
Yeah, space.
And of course, with the work of the USOS crew members aboard the International Space Station, Jack Fisher and Paolo Nespoli working together to use the station's robotic arm to capture the Dragon cargo vehicle and the 6,400 pounds of experiments, supplies, and hardware aboard. Later today, the space station crew members are scheduled to open the hatch and reveal some of the supplies inside the Dragon capsule. Some of that includes fresh food for the crew members aboard.
And a supercomputer.
NASA TV will not be providing coverage of that of those activities later today. You can check the International Space Station blog and go to nasa.gov/ISS for the latest updates there.
Also, they're not going to do it live.
Again, grappled, captured by the station's robotic arm, 5:52 a.m. Central Time today. Officially installed, berthed to the International Space Station, 8:07 a.m. Central Time. That'll do it for us here at the NASA Johnson Space Center. This is Mission Control Houston.
Have you ever noticed that when they're doing these things, they literally sit there and repeat themselves? They don't tell you anything new. They just literally say the same things over and over and over. Like we said, very ahead of schedule. The Dragon ship has been berthed to the ISS. 16 bolts. The 16 bolts on the Dragon and the ISS have been berthed together, quite ahead of schedule. They just reword it backwards, like they say it one way, then they reverse it and say it the opposite way. They just sit there and do that over and over and over. Flight path is looking nominal. Speed and telemetry are looking nominal. Like, dude, they never tell you anything. They sit there and repeat everything. It's such a hunk of shit, man. But no, so they're not going to be doing live footage. They're going to be doing updates throughout the day. Or otherwise, I would sit here and stream this live on my channel. For anybody who wants to watch and make fun of NASA and SpaceX together with me. But, so we can't do that anymore. Because it's not going to be live. You know, the other good thing, the video I'm uploading actually at this current second right now off this phone, I showed this channel called Space and Universe, and they're supposedly doing a live stream of the ISS, but the live stream they're doing is old footage and it's being looped. So I just went ahead and called it out on my channel, called that channel out on the bullshit, because, you know, it has like 11,000 viewers at any given time, and all these people watch it instead of just getting this app. And it's like, dude, really? You know, and it's a super chat live stream, so therefore, you know, people are donating money. This channel's probably made $15,000 this month, so it's hard to tell. But anyways, the point is, though, in that video I'm uploading right now, it should be uploaded any second. Actually, I think it is. But in that video, I call out the solar panels, because the solar panels are curved, and you can clearly see it. And everybody's like, oh, you can see the curve of the Earth, and everybody's like, no, that's just GoPro lenses or fisheye lenses to make the curve, because it distorts everything. And then people are like, no, that is not right. That's not right. That's not right. But, I mean, technically, yes it is, because those solar panels are not big curved solar panels. You know what I mean? So, you'll see it in the video I just uploaded. I will have this uploaded here in a few minutes. Also, the eclipse. One more thing about that. This eclipse is about to be crazy. Now, a couple channels I follow and I talk about all the time. For instance, Richie from Boston. Check him out. If you haven't subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. Awesome channel to stay up on. Awesome channel. Very awesome channel. I follow him religiously. It's like a ritual. I watch every single video he comes out with at that time. I watch every live stream. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. So go subscribe, hit that bell notification on Richie's channel. Do it to mine if you haven't done it to mine. But no, as for this eclipse coming up, okay, we got quite some crazy shit happening. Now, if it's the Great American Eclipse and it hasn't happened in over a century, why are we just now hearing about it? 1. 2, it's going backwards across the country. 3, because the NASA equations, and all the people like myself and everybody else who are flat earthers or whatever else are calling this eclipse out. NASA's now saying that the sun is actually bigger and further away. Now they teach it as fact that it is 93 million miles away, and that it is however big they say it is. God, I don't even know anymore. It's hard to tell with them. But now they're changing that. They're saying it's further and bigger now. So, you've taught us this as fact for so long, and now you're changing it because this eclipse. NASA will also be flying their jets within the shadow of this eclipse. I've said that. Now, also, the states that are in the path of totality, which is only 70 miles wide, and if you have a light source over here, and the moon is casting a shadow on our planet, that shadow should be bigger than the moon itself, right? 70 miles wide? Now, how is that possible? That means the moon is either smaller or 70 miles across. Think about that. Whenever you have a light behind you, your shadow is casted very far, right? Makes it look a lot bigger. Makes your shadow look like it's like 20 feet long. But that's not what's happening. The sun, being the massive light source it is, shining light in all directions, is making the moon shadow on the earth supposedly only 70 miles wide. Like, that doesn't make much sense. You would think that since they are just about the same size in our sky, it would cast a much bigger shadow and it would cover a lot more of the earth, right? It's not what's happening. So there's a few problems right there. Not just that. You know, it's going backwards. The shadow's only 70 miles wide. NASA's going to be flying their jets in it. Why? Okay. So then there's the states that are in the totality path have given out like warnings saying make sure you have food, water, groceries, gas, and everything's ready. Now, why are they giving these warnings out as if something terrible is going to happen? Well, I'll tell you. Because 2 days after this eclipse is done, a new military exercise starts, and it's called Operation Black Skies. I personally don't have a link to it yet. Richie from Boston's put numerous warnings out there about it, and it's going to last for 21 months. A military exercise / war game, 21 months. It's going to last, and it's bound to be quite the crazy military exercise because they are testing power outages yet again, just like Gotham Shield. And not only are they testing power outages, it has something to do with like government structural failure or something. The civil unrest is coming, people, and it's time to get your shit ready. So I want to throw it out there. Hopefully I'll have a link and whatnot for a video on black skies, but I'm not finding much on it, and I've been looking for it. So we're either just going to have to see how it comes and see what happens, or maybe I'll find something and be able to do a video on it. I'm not sure yet. But alright, y'all. Keep it real. I'll have more out soon. Peace.